So we just heard you doing a sound check, the RGBs. Hello. Can we do a round of names first?
My name's Becky.
My name's Harriet.
And I am Robin.
I'm Claire.
Okay, so how would you describe your style of music to someone who's never heard it before?
Go on.
I have no idea.
Electro pop, but using the word, I think, pop very lightly. Just, it's fun electro, quite light-hearted, would you say? Yeah. I think that's how I probably would say it. So, yeah.
I always think it sounds like it would lend itself really well to like a festival stage, maybe, like a bigger stage. Would you agree?
I think our music does lend itself to being played on a big stage. Sorry. Yeah, it does lend itself to being played in a big space. And I mean, one of the main things is that we like to have people dancing. We're quite sort of tongue-in-cheek. We don't take ourselves too seriously. And so big venues where you can get the crowd jumping around are kind of ideal for us. Although, you know, haven't necessarily... yeah, that's it, actually. That's it.
Well, you will be playing Lovebox this year, as I've heard, through the grapevine. You excited?
Surely excited to play Lovebox. Yeah, it's going to be a great one. A good weekend, I hope.
Yeah. We're also doing Festival as well, so that's 2 festivals, and Creamfields as well, so going to get those crowds dancing.
Lots of outfits to buy,
Yeah.
fortunately. That's going to break the bank.
And there's a bit more to the whole like Lovebox hookup, isn't there? You guys are somewhat connected with Groove Armada, is that correct? What can you tell us about that?
Well, we share the same management as the Groove Armada guys. That's about it, really. We just have the same management, so we do quite a lot. It's like a big family, and they're like our kind of fairy godfathers, and they help us out and stuff.
Do you like their music? You can't really say anything else now, really.
It's brilliant. When we supported them up in Scotland, and it was actually the first time I've ever seen them live, and they were amazing, absolutely brilliant. They blew us away. Yeah.
Is there anything that you like in particular about like making music in this day and age?
The thing I like about making music in this day and age is that you can pretty much do most of it yourself, and you can be really independent. You can make choices as to the way you look and where your music's come from and how it's made, and you can produce it yourself and you can record it yourself and that kind of thing. So I really love that because it feels like you're in control of it and it's your project, and that's it really. It's just like we're a typical example of a homemade band, and we do everything ourselves and make stickers and posters, and we do our own kind of viral marketing and things like that. So we're really getting into the whole marketing thing and making videos and encouraging fans to post them on YouTube and things like that, and just kind of getting into that whole online community. And it's been really successful, actually.
And on Last FM, of course, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Great. Okay. Let's just imagine for a second that all music has been destroyed and you guys decide that you need to remake album after album. Which ones would you start first with?
That's very tough. Don't be pointing that at me.
I don't know. I'd probably start with I don't care if this sounds cheesy, but I'd probably start with some soul music. I don't know, like I don't know, some Otis Redding or something. That's a bit cheesy. Don't care.
I'd start with the 60s. See, I think if you start with an era, you're getting somewhere. So I'd do the 60s, the Beach Boys, the Doors, and then work up. It's a logical way of doing it, I think.
I think I'll just start playing on coconuts and stuff and start from the very beginning, and then get rid of all the shit that we didn't want to hear in the first place.
Good on.
Anything in particular there?
Oh, no, I'm not going to point out that.
I'd probably try, if I was going to, if there was no music, and I was going to remake an album, I'd probably do Myths of the Near Future by the Klaxons. I'd have a go at that, because I reckon that would be really fun.
It's a good album, obviously. So speaking about albums, what are like the albums that you guys, you know, see yourself going back to actually when you're depressed or when, you know, you're having a bad mood? Is there anything in particular?
I listen to Grace by Jeff Buckley a lot. And it's really cheesy, but I really love The Joshua Tree by U2. But to be honest, I'm not really a kind of album kind of a person. I'm much more, I download tracks, track by track, and just have massive playlists, and the playlists get bigger and bigger, and then I have to make bigger ones, and I'm very much that kind of like track by track kind of person.
All legal, of course, I take it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And what sort of like you were talking about marketing before, what sort of like ways are there at this day and age?
I think what's happened is we've got the power of communication right in our hands quite firmly, and we can communicate with potential fans and fans that we've already made, and we're just constantly communicating with them. The whole band are always on MySpace, and we're always communicating with people and just making links. So if we know we're going to Doncaster in April, we'll make links with young people there, and then they usually turn up to the gigs, and then they really like us, and then they post videos of us, and it's like a cyclical thing. And the really fun part of it is that you can go anywhere in the country or anywhere in Europe really, and you'll be on stage, and there'll be a kid in the audience who you've spoken to online, and they'll shout something at you, and you'll be like, it's really weird, but it's quite heartwarming. And
yeah, the younger generations really take a kind of leap of faith in, like, you know, they've just seen us on MySpace, but then they'll turn up at the gig, and it's kind of, I think especially younger crowds in particular are really into this. It's quite normal for them. The first time we saw people that we'd spoken to online down at one of our gigs, I found it quite strange, but, you know, that's the way it's going, I think, especially with younger, you know, sort of 17, 18-year-olds, and they're doing it all the time by the looks of things. So
it's almost like music's going back to how it started when the youth culture thing went crazy, and kids get into music for the experience, the overall experience, and there's no cynicism there, and they buy music because it's fun, and they get involved with a specific band because it's like following a football team. And I think maybe it's almost going full circle, and now the fans are really getting involved again and really picking up music and owning it.
Message to your fans? Speak to you tomorrow on MySpace.
Yeah.